roller coaster propulsion change from the old rolling and coasting days? Well, think of it as the difference between night and day. In 1978, Montezuma's Revenge became one of the first coasters to launch riders with a catapult. Not the medieval kind, but something similar to the catapults that launch planes on aircraft carriers. Instead of dragging cars up a hill and letting gravity take over, Montezuma blasts riders out of the station from 0 to 55 miles per hour in 5 seconds. In 2001, Hypersonic at Paramount's Kings Dominion in Virginia became the world's first air-launch coaster. Intense compressed air pressure is suddenly released inside a tube attached to the bottom of the cars. The system rockets riders from 0 to 80 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds. But Superman the Escape became the first 100-mile-an-hour coaster thanks to its linear induction propulsion system. Electromagnets line the horizontal portion of the track.
So we have these stations at strategic locations. We induce about 480 volts to 2,000 amps into each one of these. So when the car moves onto this state, it's got an attraction and a repulsion. So this is pulling, and then it's pushing. Just like if you had a couple of magnets when you were a kid, and you're turning it this way and it attracts, you turn it that way and it repels. That's in essence how the system works.
This fast succession of pulling and pushing gets the cars up to the 100-mile-an-hour mark in 7 seconds. Coaster riders can thank those creative propulsion engineers for constantly breaking speed records. But can something as terrifying as a diving, twisting, turning roller coaster ride be good for you? Yes, and the key to that answer is a small almond-shaped area of the brain known as the amygdala. It triggers our primitive fight-or-flight response. When you feel aggression or fear, the amygdala floods the body with adrenaline, cortisol, and endorphins. These neurochemicals get you ready for action by doing things like increasing your heart rate and dilating your pupils. It worked great when our ancestors were trying to avoid becoming lunch for the big animals roaming the earth back then. In our modern world, we're much more likely to spend our day face-to-face with a computer screen than a woolly mammoth. But low-grade stress can still trigger our fight-or-flight response. That means lots of wear and tear on our bodies, especially our hearts. And those stressful situations don't usually end with the type of dramatic relief our ancestors got when they escaped from a mammoth. This is where coasters come in handy. Coasters make the brain give up those precious neurochemicals in a productive way. It's known as the cycle of healthy stress.
The thrill is good for you, because if a cell doesn't become stressed, how will it ever adapt to stay strong? You know, things need to be stressed, things need to be conditioned. It keeps us young, it keeps us, tuned, it keeps us strong. It's a form of therapy.
2 riders volunteered to wear medical harnesses to show how the cycle of healthy stress works. Their vital signs reveal the key phases. Phase 1, relaxation, your natural state. You get on the coaster anticipating a fun ride.
This is the heart rate. The instantaneous heart rate is, in this case, is around 54. And at this point right now, he's in a very relaxed physiologic state, which he won't be very soon.
Phase 2, alarm response. You have placed yourself in an artificially life-threatening environment. Your heart rate doubles. Phase 3, fight or flight. Your brain thinks you are in the middle of a fight for your life. Your body reacts accordingly.
When someone has a fear, the body goes into action. It's an all or nothing response.
Phase 4, resolution. For our purpose, the most important phase. You have clearly defeated the artificial threat as you walk off the ride and return to safety. At this point, you are on a natural high. Your brain is luxuriating in oxygen and sugar. Your body is full of adrenaline, cortisol, and endorphins, giving you a sense of euphoria and well-being. You fool your body into rewarding you, and you fully release the stress, eliminating any extra wear and tear in your system. Coming up, find out what makes these coasters the best of the best. And later, the dark side of today's fancy technology.